Welcome back, guys. So, we're going to be working on another step towards our goal of getting the wings. So, just want to pop this off, refresh it a bit. Last week, we worked on this little monstrosity right there, the flight tower, because we needed some sort of platform to actually jump off of to fly and stuff. Now, this week we're going to do a little bit less of an impact because all we're going to be doing is securing ammunition for our anti-blaze hunting fighting arsenal. I don't know. I'm just blurting out words there, seeing what sticks. Essentially, there's a skeleton spawner. I don't know if you noticed this. That there is actually a skeleton spawner near our house. We found it a few episodes ago. It turns out that spawner is actually legitimately right next to our house. I'll take that as well. My armor is pretty beat to crap, so I'd like to enchant it, and then we can combine them on the anvil and stuff, potentially. But we'll see what we can get. Projectile. Let's just go with protection. Let's throw those on. Go with unbreaking, definitely. We'll go with Aqua Affinity again. And we'll go with protection. So then we can go over here, we can just throw them on the anvil. See what we can get out of it, right? So, first one is Aqua Affinity, and that one's Aqua Affinity. So that's just going to make a full out Aqua Affinity helmet. Which is good. So this is protection, and that's unbreaking. That'll give us protection and unbreaking. I don't think we have enough to... Oh, we can. So that gives us another protection and unbreaking. That's protection, and that's unbreaking too. So we'll just equip like that. We'll keep that protection until... Oh, wow. That anvil got beat to crap. Sorry about that. Yeah, so we'll keep these pants down here. I'll take those boots off. Because I need to... This needs to have something on it, right? So... as I was saying, we're going to do the whole, we're going to set up the actual skeleton spawner, because we need arrows. And that's going to work really, really well for us, because then we can have access to arrows, it's going to be easier to hunt blaze and stuff like that. I don't think I need a bow on my inventory, or arrows. I was attempting to hunt, it's early in the morning, guys. I'm very sorry about that. I was attempting to hunt blaze. Didn't get any, because I kept getting pushed back. But in order to make the actual mob spawner, we need some things. We'll use jungle wood, because we have a bunch of it. Now, I don't like to make just like the hole in the ground type of spawner system. Get those up. Oh god, that lags so much. I wish I could get rid of that pie. If anyone knows how to do it, please leave it in the comments. Not that anyone really watches, but that's not the point. The point is the question's out there. Now, we need to go to -2, which is that way. So -296. So we need to go definitely that way. And then it's 309. So it's this way. It's out over there. So what we need to do is somehow... I do have a shield. I don't have a sword, though. That could be detrimental. We'll see what happens. Go this way. So yes, the spawner, I have other coordinates of the actual spawner block itself. So the idea is to just go to where the spawner block is, dig down. Oh, so we're here, and then we need this way. And it's 296. Wow, I didn't realize it's this far away. I thought it was much closer, truthfully. Whoop. 296, and then we need to go this way? Nope, this way. Because it's 309. 296, 309, there we go. And now it's at 44, which is just straight down. So we could probably go back down and... No, can't go in there, because that's not actually going down. So, let's go 96 again, which is there. 309 is here. Okay. So, we'll set down some torches, just so we can see where it is. We'll obviously build like a proper hut and cover and stuff like that over this. And then we'll do the worst possible thing you can do and do a dig straight down. We should fall right down on top of it. That's the plan anyways. Oh, we missed the... Oh, yeah, because I was looking at the actual coordinates, not standing on them. Alright, so, in order for us to get this to do things we need it to, we need to, one, secure the crap out of it. Which means we need to turn all of the darkness around it into brightness, if that makes sense. Hello, zombie. Because, hello, creeper. Creepers. Ow. Oh god, just another one. Duh. Ow, again. Okay, so that's that. Well, that was not the most effective way of dealing with creepers, but whatever, right? It works. No, don't take that. I'm misclicking all over the place. Can you tell it's the morning? I mean, I did have breakfast, which is always an upside. So, okay, enough with this, like, pseudo-caving crap. Let's get on the ball, okay? So, let's jump over here. There's a lot of iron and stuff I can dig, too, which is great. Let's pop one there. So, the way these work, okay, I'm just going to do a very simple one. For now, we're going to block access up. Does this go anywhere, or is this dead end? It dead ends, right? Yes. Good. So we don't have to worry about that spawning things. Okay, whoop, I don't need 2 torches there, guys. So, what we do is we actually count out and dig out. So, this is the center point of our spawner. Now, normally, I have a lot of height room as well, because they spawn up and they'll drop. But I'm thinking I might actually cut the height to 1, because then they won't spawn on top of this, because they can't. Or maybe just build a shaft so they can't spawn on top. That's probably a better idea. So what we do is we dig 3 in all directions, essentially. So we have 1, 2, 3, right? And then we have 1, so we need to go 3 down. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Simple, straightforward, effective method. Now, in addition to this, we need to make sure that we're 3 in all directions. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So these 2 walls are fine, but these ones need to be back. Such as this wall needs to be torn out, and the other wall needs to be torn out, because then what we'll have is we'll have a 7 by 7 square cube room, essentially. And that's what we're going for, is a 7 by 7 cube room. Right? Now, I for those who don't know, it just happens to be that I like that size. I don't think there's any efficiency reason for it to be like that. I just enjoy that size of it. It makes sense to me. Conveniently, we have an actual diamond pick, so this shouldn't take too long. And then we need to decide which is the front of our spawner, essentially. Which side are we actually going to set the grinding tech? I say tech, but it's really just like a alcove hole thing. Not much of a tech, truthfully. Which one we're going to set it on, though. So, we need to dig down a bunch. So, 1, 2, 3. Now, normally, we used to take the time and effort to actually gather all this mossy cobble and stuff. But we don't really need to do that anymore, just because of the fact that you can make mossy cobble. So, that's why I'm okay with leaving some of it, because it doesn't actually have much benefit to me. Collect all that. This is probably going to be the most boring part about it, because we are just digging a hole. And after we do this, we need to set up the water trap, and essentially it's pretty much done from there. It's water trap into systems. It's a super simple spawner system. It's not complicated. Most people can set it up pretty easily. But it is effective. Very effective. Whoops, I went too far there. That's another thing we have to do is we have to seal up all those things. Because we need to make sure that it is perfectly dark in here when we're done. The only reason why I still have my shield up, by the way, just for those who are wondering, is because if while digging, it's quite possible that I might make an area dark enough, and because it's a spawner, it won't care about the fact that I'm right next to it, so it'll still spawn skeletons, and I want to have the ability to quickly block if necessary. It's kind of in my nature. Which is kind of weird, considering the fact that in most games I play the archer character, because I enjoy it, but in Minecraft I can't get into archery. I like it, but to me I can't do it as a full class. I did find a method, I think, that would work as a entire combat style, like a choice in styles. If that makes any sense? I'm sure it does. There we go. We can pop that. How dark does that make that floor? There, like that. Alright, so that's the 7x7. So we need to seal off this stuff. In order for us to do that, we can jump and go like this, because we need to make sure we get the corners as well. And then up. Whoops. There we go. Now, obviously, this will also need to be sealed up. Oh, it is nighttime. Okay, so we'll go up and we'll seal this as well. A couple blocks. Okay, so this makes us in a sealed 7x7 cube with a spawner. So we need to decide which side is the front. Now, this was right up against the wall, and we were looking that way, right? Because we fell down and we were kind of in that way. Which way is? So this is north, east, south. We were going this direction from our base, which means our base is over there, which means that should be our wall, because that would put it closer to the base. Because the idea is, what I wanted to do is actually hook up like some sort of underground tunnel that goes from our base to this spawner. Because otherwise, or we could just do an overland travel, technically. It would give us a reason for having the actual decorative exterior wall. In which case, it doesn't really matter. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Let's do this one, just because we know that there's a solid wall behind it. Right? So the way this works, okay, is first thing we need to check is we need to check whether or not the water is going to flow down, or how far back we need to put in the water. Because it should flow 7 blocks until it hits the edge. Yes, it's flowing down into it. Which means we need to move the water back 1. Right? And that should make it so it just flows straight and then stops. Nope. That's still not enough. Let's pop it one more. So what we're trying to get is that, where it pushes to the edge and then you fall off. Okay. Come on. Now I need to get in there and grab that water. There we go. So what we do is you just pop this all the way along. Okay. And the idea is that, ooh, it's cold there. Kind of feel like the urge to get it. We're not hurting on resources, but you may as well, right? I mean, there's no downside to taking this, other than the fact that I am creating dark spots. Make sure you light those suckers up while dealing with this spawner. Yeah, so the idea is that you get the 7 across there, and that will bring everything that spawns into that trough that we dug at the other side there. And then we'll dig that one down 3 blocks, usually is what I go. Just to make sure that they can't hop. They can't potentially hop out, which would be terrible. Terrible, terrible things. And then we make sure that also is 7 blocks wide. So you put the water setting up, and it'll drop it into a shaft that is, again, 3 blocks deep. And that's usually your spawning shaft. Okay? So that is the spot where you want all your things to go. And then from there, you dig and build yourself a little chamber off that you can actually, you know, grind out the skeletons. There we go. Now we're going to have to seal that because, you know, water. There we go. So, now we can go like this. Come on. That should fill in. Fill in there. I can put one over there. There we go. All the water is good. So all the water is now pushing us to here, which is perfect. Exactly what we want. Now I am going to dig this down 3 blocks. 2, 3. What we do here is we definitely put another torch. Because we don't want crap to spawn while we're digging. But in order for us to work on this anyways, we do need to have a path back up to the top. Because we have to get rid of all of the torches and stuff, right? So we go like that. Okay. Now what we do is this will have water that will push everything to this edge. Okay. So we dig out this, and then we go like that, and that should put it flowing the entire direction. So we need to move that back one more. Right? Because the idea is that we want it to flow to here. Drops down to there. Okay? Simple, straightforward. So this becomes our actual kill box. So it's about this deep. They fall in. And then we'll have a vision, or a vision. We'll have the ability to stand and actually catch them. So what will happen is we'll have this. Usually I go one more deep. So we can see them. And it'll be like this. They'll fall down, you attack their feet. That's all there is, really is to it. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Now the thing is, we need to build back to that. Right? Because we need to be able to access that. Now usually I go like this and then I step up. Just because it makes things simpler. Now I don't leave things raw. I don't like to leave things raw, I should say. I prefer to make them beautified, if you will. So we're actually going to move this one back 3. We're going to give us some more height on our headroom as well. And so we'll probably end up spending the next episode on this as well. So far most of my projects seem to be 2-episode projects. Just because I don't like doing cuts. Now, the beautification process, I have no idea how long it's going to take. Sometimes it takes 10 minutes, sometimes it takes 20, sometimes it takes hours for me to get something I like. But either way, that's the episode for today. So I will see you in a few seconds. Well, it'll be a few seconds for me. It'll be a couple days for you guys. So I'll see you when I see you.